This is Arsenal Giants PS3, and this video is the top 5 strikers for under 5,000 coins on FIFA Ultimate Team. And first, it is Dimitar Berbatov. He is a Bulgarian and he plays for Manchester United. And Dimitar Berbatov, he normally goes for about 2,000 on the market. He's not very fast. He's got 71 speed, but he's got amazing shooting. He's 85 shooting stats on the 84 version. The 84 version is one that goes for 2,000, and yeah, I mean he's a perfect complement to any kind of Anelka or Torres or anyone up front, because he's got an amazing finesse shot. He's got 78 passing as well, so he can set up shots, and he's got 86 heading. He's pretty tall as well. Dimitar Berbatov is pretty much he's the perfect striker. I mean, technically, if you looked at stats this season, he was top scorer for Manchester United and for the whole Premier League. And I know he always manages to score goals on FIFA. I mean, if you have Dimitar Berbatov one-on-one with pretty much any keeper, even Petr Cech on form, his finesse shot is pretty amazing, and it's almost like a guaranteed goal. And he's perfect for any Premier League team. And yeah, it's pretty much Dimitar Berbatov, and he's pretty awesome. And he can do the Berbatov spin, which is always a plus. Next up is Karim Benzema for France and Real Madrid. He goes for around 2,000 coins, which is pretty good for the player he is, and it's pretty good for a La Liga player. He's not amazing at finesse shots. He's got 80 shooting stats, but he is awesome at long shots and power shots. So I mean, sometimes I prefer to shoot with the power shot over the finesse shot, because he can find the top corner pretty much 9 times out of 10. He's got good dribbling stats as well. He's quite fast. He makes a good strike partner for anyone in the Spanish league, because he's strong and he can play a good through ball. He can also finish through balls as well. He's got good heading stats as well. He's very good in real life. He's got 25 goals this season, around that. And he's just very strong. He's a great player for a French team or a Spanish team, and he's just one of those players that is so cheap for the kind of player he actually is. Benzema's awesome. He'd probably be staying at Real Madrid this season, I don't know. But yeah, so I mean, Karim Benzema is perfect for any French team. Add some strength and grit into the team, and he's awesome for I don't know. He'll go perfectly along the sides of Aguero. Not so much Higuain, but people like Aguero or Forlan are quite fast and can finish. Yeah, Benzema is definitely one of those players you really need for your ultimate team. Okay, I'll get 5 seconds. Next up is Ezequiel Lavezzi for Napoli in Argentina. Now this guy is awesome. I mean, he's so fast. He's got 89 speed stats. His finishing isn't quite as good, but he's got, I don't know, I would say he's got hidden shooting stats, because he can shoot from distance. His finessing isn't great. He's got 5-star skill moves, Lavezzi, so he can do. He's awesome just to play behind 2 strikers, because he can do skills, especially if you do enjoy doing skills. And he can take long shots. His passing is quite good. It's not the best, but you can use him to, if you've got really fast strikers, he can play a good through ball, and then by the time they've held up play, he'll be in the box for for a volley, or he's got good volleying stats, and he's pretty good at headering, despite the fact he's pretty small. But yeah, he goes perfectly in any Serie A side really, alongside Cavani or Eto'o, because he'll just play just behind them, or he can play him up front, but he's not quite as good. He's quite cheap as well. He's about 1,000 coins sometimes around 2,000. It depends what formation and how many contracts he's got. But yeah, Lavezzi is definitely a great purchase for any team, even an Argentine team. He's awesome, and he's good at free kicks as well. He's got about 77 free kick accuracy, I think, which is pretty good. Next up is Lisandro Lopez, also Argentinian, and he plays for Lyon. He goes around 2,000 coins, slap bang. He plays in the French league, Liga 1, and he plays for Lyon. He reminds you quite a lot of Karim Benzema. He's pretty much the successor to Benzema for Lyon. Looks quite a lot like him as well, and he's that kind of player. He's got an amazing shot, not the best finesse shot in the world, but if you're someone who enjoys taking long shots, he's awesome. He can do some skills as well, 4-star skill moves, so he can do the Berbatov spin and such. So Yeah, I mean, again, he's a very strong player. You have some players who are speedy. I mean, this guy, I mean, he's got 88 speed, but he's also very strong. You've got players who focus on flair and speed. Lisandro Lopez is a player that focuses on strength and amazing shots and finishing. And yeah, he's perfect. He's good for an Argentine team, and he's good for any Liga 1 team. He's pretty much the best striker in Liga 1. And he's pretty cheap as well. So yeah, I'd definitely recommend Lisandro Lopez to play up front. He's centre. He's a striker. He's not a centre forward. He's a full-on striker. Next up is Cavani. He plays for Napoli as well, and he's Uruguayan. He's one of the most expensive. Goes around 2,500. Depends. I mean, he's got amazing stats. He's got 86 pace and 88 shooting, which are pretty immense for someone of that price. I mean, he's up there with Diego Milito and Samuel Eto'o and Fernando Torres. He's kind of like the ultimate striker. He's very, very, very fast, and that's obviously speed in FIFA and Ultimate Team is essential. And I mean, he's got 88 shooting stats. I think he's got the flair trait. He's got pretty good. He's got 4-star skill moves, and as I mentioned, Lisandro Lopez is kind of strong striker. He's not so strong, Cavani, but he uses his speed to get away from players. Again, he's perfect next to someone like Lavezzi or Samuel Eto'o or Diego Milito. I mean, Serie A is full of amazing strikers, and Cavani is one of them. He's 84 overall. He's pretty cheap, and he is generally one of the better strikers in the game, and he's so cheap. And he's also good in the Uruguayan side as well, if you were planning on making one of those, with Suarez and Forlan. Yeah, so Cavani I would definitely recommend. If you're going to buy one of the strikers in this video, buy Cavani. Also, this is a quick shout out to Dino PS3. He's one of my friends outside of YouTube, and he's got an awesome channel starting up. He's doing a PS3's worst games ever series at the moment, which is very funny. And yeah, I just go subscribe to him. He's got a pretty awesome channel. And yeah, rate this video or whatever. And if you like the strikers or didn't like the strikers, please leave us a comment. Cheers.